Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has had a rough couple of days, probably not as rough as he deserved, after he admitted dressing up in blackface once or twice. Okay, 3 times. All right, he's not actually sure how many times he wore blackface. But in fact, playing cultural dress-up is a major hobby for Justin Trudeau. Creepy one, we should say. On a recent state visit to India, Trudeau dressed up his entire family in Indian clothes, repeatedly. Actual Indians mocked him, accusing him of using their country to engage in fancy dress. But the Western media seem to keep giving Trudeau pass after pass after pass. He's very handsome. Maybe that's why. Joe Concha writes about media for the Hill newspaper, and he joins us today. Joe, putting on the Maharaja outfit and then forcing his kids to do the same. I mean, is there any politician in the world who could get away with that in the way that Justin Trudeau did?
No politician, not even me. I have a 5 and a 4-year-old. I'm pretty sure that I would never do that. And I'm trying to picture a world, Tucker, where the president of this country is, they unearthed some photos from 15, 20 years ago of him in blackface, and then another, and then another. And then I wonder, well, would the press be as forgiving with him as they are with Trudeau? It's Rhetorical Friday, so you don't have to answer that. But in terms of the press coverage, Tucker, CNN, here's one headline from just tonight. Justin Trudeau hugs supporters and takes selfies in Canada's most ethnically diverse city amid blackface scandal. BBC, Justin Trudeau, Canada PM, seeks to put blackface scandal behind him. It seems that the media is trying to put it behind him as well. And what's missing here, while there is coverage, I don't see the snark and I don't see the sanctimony that I saw that you would see, obviously, with a conservative or a Republican in these situations. It's almost sympathy, and he's going to play the Ralph Northam playbook at this point. Just let it blow over. And by the weekend, we're not going to hear a thing about this moving forward.
It's pretty weird. I mean, I try not to be too judgy because, you know, I'm not a progressive. So I try and pull back and remember how flawed I am. But at least 3 instances of blackface and then dressed up in a turban like George Harrison outside the Maharishi's hut. It's all very weird. Like, who does that? What is this? What's wrong with him?
That's the thing, right? Most other people that were flagged for wearing blackface, like a Ted Danson, for instance, or a Jimmy Kimmel,
right,
you know, or Tom Hanks, they only did it once. In this case, this guy is a repeat offender. I know for Halloween, I try to be a different character every year just to mix things up. But the fact that he keeps going back to these sort of things reveals a weird person. I can't put any other finger on it. No question about it. And what can you say? I mean, again, I think that he gets a pass here because that seems to be the pattern that we've seen here at this point. And I can only imagine if you were conservative, what kind of media coverage we'd be seeing at this point.
Well, how about very, very quickly, if you're Megyn Kelly, who just got run out of NBC, she never wore blackface just because she said, you know, certain Halloween costumes used to be fine, they're not anymore. That's basically what she said. And Don Lemon over at CNN made her sound like she committed a war crime. Justin Trudeau comes out and Don Lemon's like, oh, no, it's totally fine. I mean, what is that?
That was hypocrisy in the montage that you did last night, comparing the two. That shows you everything. If you looked up hypocrisy in the dictionary, that's exactly what that would be. And Don Lemon, I think, was a friend of Megyn Kelly's, too. The way that he threw her under the bus and saying, oh, we're the same age and she should know in her 47 years by now. And the fact that exactly what you just said, the fact that she was run out of NBC, that their president, Andy Lack, said this is beneath our standards. They were just using it because they wanted to get rid of her. And that was a year ago, and they should still be ashamed of what they did to her in that situation because it was completely unfair. She was simply making an observation. She never wore blackface, and she shouldn't even have apologized anyway for making an observation. Give me a break, Tucker.
There's some really cruel people on the left. I think that's the takeaway. Joe Concha, great to see you tonight. Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend.